Hey guys, Teddy Ball Game here, back with another video today. Earlier in the week we did a video on protein and I was getting a lot of questions about it, and I just wanted to make a second video on protein, just to kind of follow up and hit a little bit more key points on it and just be a little bit more directional with the video. In the first video we kind of talked about my concerns with the deficiency in young athletes' diets with not getting enough protein, and the reason why I was concerned with protein as a whole is just because a lot of kids go into high school and go into college looking to put on weight and put on lean muscle mass to gain a competitive edge while they play. So protein is a fundamental building block that all athletes need if they are going to grow lean muscle mass in a small amount of time. The protein is just the macronutrient that you're going to look to really kind of help rebuild muscles after long, extensive workouts. So I'm going to dive into the why we need proteins a little bit more today and hit a couple other key topics. But the why, again, is just simple. Is if you are looking to gain weight at the college level or even the high school level, you are going to need protein in abundance. And the reason why is protein is just a simple building block of your muscle tissue. And when we're talking about protein synthesis, and the protein synthesis process, which is what your body undergoes after extensive workouts, whether it be conditioning or weightlifting or just overall training, you have to have something to essentially give your body fuel to rebuild the muscles once you go into that protein synthesis process. So the why for why we need protein is really simple. You need it to build muscles. It's just that simple. Now, where you're going to get that protein is going to be completely on you, and it's going to be completely indicative of your budget. I always try to get mine from food. If you can get it through food, you're going to get a whole grocery list of different things that can help you out. When you get it from food, you're getting complete proteins. And complete proteins are going to be far easier for your body to immediately use. So a lot of times you'll hear bodybuilders talk about wanting to get protein within a 30-minute window of after working out, what they call the anabolic window. Science is kind of fuzzy on that, but what is not fuzzy is the fact that when you get your proteins from your foods, it is much easier for your body to use and readily available. So definitely want to go with complete proteins, whether it be from plant sources like spinach and broccoli, whether you're getting it from grains like nuts or oats, or if you're getting it from animal products, whether it be cheeses, meats, fish, other stuff like that. So I always try to strive throughout my week to try to get a really good balance of getting proteins from greens. Breakfast, I like to do some kind of oat or grain to kind of get it from a carbohydrate source, and then also I'm always varying up my animal products, whether I be getting it from cheeses. I eat a lot of chicken. Chicken's really super lean. That's also a really cheap, affordable source for you guys to get good protein from. Steaks, ground beef, ground turkey, fish. You always want to make sure that you're mixing in fish into your diet at least 2 or 3 times a week, if not every single day. But I know fish can be a little bit more expensive, so if that's not in your budget, just try to get at least once a week really good fats and omegas that you can get from fish, which will also help with joint protection and overall muscle growth. So those are just a couple of places where you can get your protein from. Again, if you're somebody who doesn't eat a whole lot of meat products, or you just can't afford it, another cheap way is whey protein. Now whey protein, you can pretty much get readily anywhere, whether it be from Costco or online or GNC. I would recommend staying away from GNC. They're typically more expensive than other places, but you can typically get it offline for relatively cheap. You can get like a 90 serving for like $49. I showed it in the first video. Super cheap way to supplement protein into your diet. But again, first and foremost, try to actually get it from food whenever possible. On that note, make sure that when we are getting it from food, it's not coming from fast food. We want to stay away from the McDonald's of the world. You know, you look at the macronutrients on a McDonald's label and be like, wow, I'm getting 60 grams of protein from this Big Mac. Well, we don't really know where that beef's coming from or how much fat's in it, or any of the other preservatives that have been put in. So it really could probably be doing you more harm than good. So try to stay away from that stuff when at all possible. Also, if you're gonna go into a lunch meat route and you're gonna try to get protein from lunch meats, be careful of how much sodium is in those lunch meats, because that could really kind of affect your diet, and you just want to be careful with those lunch meats again, because they do have a lot of preservatives in them. So just be careful there as well. So stay away from fast food and be careful with what kind of lunch meats that you're getting. Always get it from your deli, and try to get it from lean animal sources, whether it be top sirloin, chicken, or ground turkey. Those are all great, cheap sources of beef and animal protein that you can get. When you should be eating this stuff, I like to spread out my protein throughout the day. I always try to get the most protein in the morning, just because that's when your body has gone through its starvation period, which is your sleep cycle. So if you go to sleep for 8 hours, your body has gone 8 hours without food. And if you're pressing yourself hard during practice every single day, then your body is going to be craving protein to start rebuilding those muscles. So it's really important, out of any meal out of the day, that you get protein first thing in the morning. And I always try to get anywhere from 40 to 60 grams of protein in my morning. I'm about 180 pounds, and I always try to go for roughly 2 grams of protein per kilogram. So I need about roughly 160 grams of protein a day. So 60 grams of protein pretty much gets me off to a good start. That means for my lunch, I just have to get another 50 grams, and then for my dinner, I just got to get another 50 grams. Or I can spread that out into 4 smaller meals and try to kickstart my metabolism a little bit that way. But for you athletes out there that are really busy and only maybe have time to sit down and eat 3 times a day, definitely try to get 60 grams of protein in your morning, and then try to get the rest of it through your lunch and through your dinner. And dinner can also definitely be a really important meal for you guys, because for most of you have school during the day, and then the hard training happens late in the evening, between 3 and 6, and that means you're getting home and then you have to eat. So you definitely, right after those hard intensive training sessions, you want to make sure that you're getting good fuel into your system right away. Get some good carbohydrates, get your insulin working for you, and then also make sure that you're getting good protein to immediately replenish your muscles during that protein synthesis that we were talking about a little bit earlier in the video. And that kind of ties into when you should be getting your protein. So early in the morning, try to get as much as you can. Lunchtime, try to fill the gaps there, and then after an intensive workout during dinner time, make sure you load up again right before you go to sleep. How much protein you should be getting is another question that I'm getting a lot, and why we kind of are doing this secondary video. How much protein you should be getting is going to be indicative of you and what your goals are. If you're a small guy going into college like I was, then you're going to be looking to put on weight. You want to be trying to minimally be getting 2 grams of protein per pound. So if you're 160 pounds, you're going to need about 320 grams of protein per day. So you really got your work cut out for you in that sense, as far as being really tidy on your diet. And if you're on a budget, then you're probably going to be eating a lot of lunch meat and a lot of chicken, just because those are going to be the 2 cheapest ways of getting protein into your diet. Also, you're probably going to want to get some supplements like whey protein to kind of, in between meals, keep protein in your system if you're looking to put on weight. Now, if you're just a regular athlete, you don't have to go to that extreme. You can do 2 grams of protein per kilogram, or you can just do 1 gram of protein per pound. Those are all good goals to have as far as how much protein you should be getting. But again, that's going to be indicative of your weight and what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve with your athletic performance. Another thing is once you start playing around with these numbers, really start listening to your body. How responsive is your body to what you're giving it? Are you putting on extra fat? Are you getting better recovery time? Are you getting better strength gains in the gym? Are you getting quicker during practice? Are you more sore? Are you less sore? These are really important things that you want to listen to while you are playing around with how much protein that you're intaking on a daily basis. So really start listening to your body and start fooling around with this a little bit, and eventually you will find the right number for you. But really that's all I had for you guys today. Just a quick few points on protein, and just a nice little follow-up video to the one that we had earlier in the week. Make sure that you like and subscribe to our videos. It really helps us out a lot. And make sure to follow us on our other media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can follow us at Coach's Dugout Inc. Thanks, and have a great day.